iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Everybody, it's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. So let's take a look at last night's game. I said it was going to be low scoring. Boy, was I wrong. I had some of the right players, but man, high scoring. So yesterday on Scout, there was a whole thing about me saying Gurley was going to have a great game, and Ian Ritchie, the founder of Scout Fantasy, said disagreeing, and it got on Twitter. Who do you like, Team Doc, Team Ian? I hope you like Team Doc. I'm just throwing that out there right now. I hope you back Team Doc, because Todd Gurley had 28 carries for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 5 receptions for 36 yards and a touchdown. Team Doc wins convincingly. It's an easy one. It's a no-brainer. It was a layup. You take your layups when you can make them. And we made one. So, 2 different people tweeted me. Shows you how bad a coach Jeff Fisher was. I think I might agree with that comment. Sean McVay comes in and the Rams are looking like one of the best offensive teams of the year. Jared Goff looks like a different guy. Gurley looks amazing. The receivers look set. By the way, I said Sammy Watkins might have a big game yesterday. I said he was capable of it. 6 catches, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. I didn't see the Robert Woods game coming. I was wrong there. Apologize to you. 6 for 108. And I also told you not to play Cooper Kupp. Didn't like the Cooper Kupp matchup at all. They didn't need to go to Cooper Kupp. See, here's the deal with Cooper Kupp, in my opinion. When Sammy Watkins has a tough guy like Josh Norman covering him, Cooper Kupp is going to be the guy. But who does San Francisco have? They have nobody who can cover Sammy Watkins. Therefore, you go to Sammy Watkins first. So this was not the right week for Cooper Kupp. You just can't always start the same guys every week. I know you might want to, but you have to be smart about it. I love Cooper Kupp. He's one of my favorite players, one of my favorite rookies. But this was just the wrong spot for him. But Goff looked great. Gurley was amazing. Sammy Watkins was terrific. Didn't even go to Gerald Everett. I knew they wouldn't. He was banged up. Didn't expect him to. I told you guys to start Carlos Hyde. 25 carries, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 receptions, 10 yards. And he left the game with a hip injury, but he came back. But what did I tell you about Matt Breida? I told you guys the Malcolm Brown move. It's the Breida move as well. Get these guys right before the game starts. Stash them on your waiver wire. When Carlos Hyde goes down, which he did, you have Matt Breida. Genius. Now, Hyde comes back, so now you can get rid of Breida, but you still had him on your team. So, good for you if you did something like that. I was way off on Brian Hoyer. I didn't expect him to have 332 yards and 2 touchdowns. Admittedly, I was way off on him. He had not been great, but the Rams were so banged up on defense. So banged up. And then it was garbage time. So I'm not making any excuses. I'm just saying I didn't see this one coming. I also missed out on Pierre Garçon. I didn't trust him as much as I should have. I actually benched him in 2 leagues, played him in 2 others. I regret it. He had 10 targets, 7 receptions, 142 yards. I would have loved those 21 points on my team right now. I would have. But we can't always be right. We can try to be right. Marquise Goodwin, 2 catches for 62 yards with 1 big play. I just don't like this guy. I did like what I saw at Trent Taylor. That kid looked nice. 3 receptions, 32 yards, and a touch. He looked pretty good. I don't know if he's going to get enough opportunities each game, but I liked what I saw with him. He was a gutsy, gritty player. So let's take a look. I thought the Rams looked pretty good. I don't know whether the Rams are going to win 8 games this year. I don't know about that. But what I can tell you is this. They're going to be a much better team, and they are very well coached now. Wade Phillips on defense, McVay on offense. They're a much better coach team now. Goes to show you that how far coaching goes in the NFL. Jason Braddock always thought Jeff Fisher was the worst coach in the NFL, and right now he's looking like he was. I mean, he couldn't get anything out of these guys. And let me say this, for the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan, they don't have a lot of guys there. They really don't. They really don't have a lot of ability there. I'm being quite honest with you. But I thought they played pretty well. I thought they played pretty well as a team, and I think this is a young team on the rise. I know they're 0-3, but if I'm a 49er fan, I'm saying to myself, all right, we got some pieces here. It's starting to take shape. It's not perfect, but we will continue to work on it. We just need a quarterback. I know Hoyer played well yesterday, but he's just not the guy. Maybe it's Kirk Cousins, or maybe it's Sam Darnold, or Jonathan Rosen, or Lamar Jackson. I don't know who it is, but they need a quarterback. All right, so that was the Thursday night game. I want to go over the practice report with you very quickly here. I don't trust the Wednesday and Thursday practice report. So let me just get this out there right now. I don't trust it. I trust the Friday practice report. Okay? Thursday, I like when guys that are downgraded in practice, that tells me something. I'll look at that, but I don't look at much more. Okay? So for quarterbacks, the one thing I'm looking at is Sam Bradford. He was still limited in practice, but we haven't heard much about him. Is he going to play? I don't know. I think it's going to come on Sunday morning, and he'll get out there and see how he feels. If he feels up to it, great. If not, not so great. Right now, Terrence West didn't practice with a calf injury. Once again, I worry about not practicing at all. I don't mind limited, but not at all. They brought in Alex Collins there. This might be an interesting game for him and Buck Allen. The question is, this game is in London, right? So I can't use it for DFS purposes, and I wish I could. Marlon Mack not practicing. Looks like more Frank Gore. Jay Ajayi didn't practice, but look, you gave the guy 28 carries. What do you need for him to do? He knows the offense. I actually like this. If I were a coach, and I have been a coach, by the way, not a football, but basketball and volleyball, I don't need my best players to practice all week long. I don't need it. I need them to practice 1 or 2 days before a big match, right? Get a little rust off. So I think you see Ajayi get in with a limited practice today, and that'll be it. Limited practice on Friday. That's going to be his thing. But every Ajayi, oh, he didn't practice, Dr. Roto, he didn't practice. All right, I'm cool with that. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't you panic. All right, Rex Burkhead didn't practice. I don't think he's going to make this game. DeMarco Murray didn't practice. I think that he doesn't play this week. This is a Derrick Henry love fest. I'm all in on Derrick Henry. Rob Kelly, I think, is going to play. We'll have to see on that one. All right, at wide receivers, Benny Fowler is going to miss this game with a concussion. I don't know about Randall Cobb. I'm not sure he's going to play. If he doesn't play, Geronimo Allison. Right? I like Geronimo Allison. I think that Devontae Parker and Landry will play. I'm not worried about that. Chris Hogan and Amendola, you're going to see these guys limited in practice. We'll find out more today. All right, we know Corey Davis is not going. And we also know that John Brown is not going. At tight end, Tyler Eifert not playing. Evan Ingram dealing with a concussion, so we'll have to see about that. Jimmy Graham, I don't think he's going to play. I really don't think Jimmy Graham's going to play. Little Luke Wilson action there if you want a $2,500 guy on DK. But the Titans have been very good, very stingy against the tight end, so I'm not loving that play regardless. All right, defense, Brandon Williams did not make the trip to England, so Leonard Fournette looks a little better. All right, I'm trying to see other guys that I think would be a very good play for you then. Who else? Carlos Dansby limited. Vic Beasley going to miss Detroit. Vic Beasley missing Detroit means Matthew Stafford takes another step up, and Jared Davis, concussion, doesn't practice. So you don't have Davis, right? Davis will be out there, so that's good for Atlanta. And you don't have Beasley, that's good for the Lions. That could be a very high-scoring game. T.J. Watt didn't practice. A little worried about that. Jalen Ramsey, not sure he's practicing. Jason Verrett, going to be out. Please, please, Alex Smith, throw the ball to Tyreek Hill. Please, 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 please. I beg you. Jonathan Cyprien, out. Maybe the Seahawks can finally throw the ball deep here against the Titans. Somebody needs to. All right, Josh Norman looks like he's going to play. Okay? Josh Norman looks like he's going to play. And I want to see that because I want to see him cover Amari Cooper. So let's take a look at some plays, some visionary plays of the week, some guys that I like. I'm going to drop you a couple at each position. These may not be the ones I give tomorrow on the radio show, and they might not be the ones in the article. Just a couple of names that are looking good to me. First of all, I do like Matthew Stafford. I do. He played very, very well against the Giants. He played exceptionally well against the Giants, and he really didn't do that much. See, that was the interesting thing about him. He only threw the ball like 22 times, but it was how effective he was. So I like that. I like him a lot. I think he's a very good start this week. And dare I say this, I think Cam Newton is a tremendous start this week. That's right. And you know, anybody who listens to me for more than 5 seconds knows how much I absolutely and utterly despise Cam Newton. But it's against the Saints. I think if my son, little Roto, was the quarterback and he's only 11, I might take him against the Saints. The Saints just have no clue. They got to fire somebody. And I don't know whether it's Sean Payton, but Payton's keeping them in the games offensively. And Breeze, he's doing whatever they can, but the defense is so bad. I mean, I don't know. I think you got to hire a defensive coordinator. Like, look at Sean McDermott. I don't know how good a coach he is, but I can tell you that the Bills played pretty well the last couple of weeks defensively. He came in, he cut a lot of guys, kept some guys, changed the defensive scheme, and these guys are playing a lot harder. So something's working. Saints have nobody. All right, at running back, is this too easy? Is this too easy to tell you to play Jay Ajayi? Touched the ball 30 times last week. 30 times last week. I mean, how do we not give him the ball against the Jets? I mean, absolutely, how do we not give him the ball against the Jets? So, I think he is the must start of the century, right? And how about a guy, Mike Gillislee? Mike Gillislee might be a perennial starter on FanDuel. Because on FanDuel, you're looking for a guy who can find the end zone. Mike Gillislee finds the end zone every week. Every week. Because the Patriots move the ball. They get down within the 5-yard line. Who do they bring in? Mike Gillislee. Boom. Done. Easy peasy. All right, I really like A.J. Green. I really like A.J. Green this week. And seasonal, daily, you name the format, I like A.J. Green. I mean, they had to fire their offensive coordinator basically because A.J. Green said in the media how bad this team looked. And they needed to do something. And they need to look, you have to give your ball to the best player. It's simple. Sometimes, so I've coached girls sports and I coach boys sports. Girls sports are more, it's even Steven, or even Stephanie, if you will. I give the ball to Lisa, I give the ball to Kendall, I give the ball to Caitlin, everybody touches it a little bit, and it's really fun. Okay, here's how guys sports are. Give it to AJ, 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 we win. Right? This is no egalitarian society. This is no, oh, she had one, so now you get one. How about you give AJ Green 2? Because AJ Green is the best player in the field. That's how it works in men's sports. Women, yes, they like to win, but they also want to all play in unison. Guys, bunch of dudes will stand around if one guy scores and they all win. And they all come back, we won, we look great. Well, AJ Green looked great, you didn't look great. But I'm playing it. I am. I would say the other guy I like is Michael Thomas. Okay? I like Michael Thomas in this game. I think people won't be in on Michael Thomas mainly because it's Carolina's tough D. But it's called garbage time. I think that should happen there. I also think that, Drew Brees will find Michael Thomas wherever he is on the field. He's a mismatch. He's too good. At tight end, I'll give you two. One, how about Zach Ertz? How about Zach Ertz every week? He was my favorite pick in the 7th round in Vegas. I wish I took him in every draft. This guy is doing weekly what I was hoping he would do last year weekly. Dominate. Who needs Jordan Matthews when you have Zach Ertz getting 7 or 8 catches every week? He is a must-start in formats, especially on DraftKings. And I'll give you another guy. I like Austin Hooper. Detroit has always been bad against the tight end. Evan Ingram wasn't even covered on some plays. Now Gerard Davis is out? Are you kidding me? No Davis there means even more opportunities for Hooper. And Matty Ice will find him. I promise you that. Matty Ice will find him. Speaking of finding people, here's where you're going to find me over the next few days. On Saturday morning, I'm on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to have my guy Fuego Steve on. I'm going to have Willie Walls on. You know the balls to the wall segment is one of the best. And you know Fuego has been hot this year. Okay? On Sunday morning, Ronas and I will be on SiriusXM from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern. After we're done there, we go to the premium message boards. Literally, I hang up the phone, I get off the radio, I go immediately to the Scout message boards, and I'm hanging out there with Ronas, answering your questions. What other site can say that? Seriously, what other site can even say that to you? You're getting some guy you've never heard of answering your questions. Who is Random Dude X? I don't know. But you're getting Dr. Roto and Adam Ronas and Sean Childs answering your questions on Scout. I think, honestly, when I first started this business, Dr. Roto was all about giving advice to people. That was what it was. Dr. Roto would give advice to people. The prescription for your fantasy success. And that we get to do it on Scout Fantasy every week is great. Right? It's just an opportunity to help everybody out. So I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm glad to help you. So check us out on the premium message boards. I will also be dropping my visionary DFS plays on scoutdfs.com this week. I got a few for you. There's a few I like. Few I like a lot. Maybe it'll make you my rich friend. And if it does, remember your friend Dr. Roto. All right? I got kids. I got summer camp to pay for. I know it's September, but it costs a lot of money I got to save up all year for. Just throwing it out there. All right? So please check out scoutdfs.com. We do an amazing job there. Steve Renner killing it, better known as SD Chickens, Fuego Steve. The Steves are really putting forth a tremendous effort on that site. Nate Weitzer as well. Please, if you're a member of Scout Fantasy, lock in your lifetime membership, $14.95 per month. Hello, no brainer. And of course, check us out at scoutfantasy.com. Enter the promo code ROTO2017. Get half off your first month. But right now, it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. I'm wishing you all a great weekend. I'm wishing you all a great week. Week 3, you know how to find me. You know how to reach me. It's going to be exciting stuff. Good luck, my friends. Be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!